All right, without going into too much detail, every time I open my YouTube recommendations, every single time I open that bit, it says, "This tower is shielded out. This tower is unplayable. No one can do this tower. If you play Zani, you can't play this tower." I don't know where the Zani hate is stemming from. If you don't like Zani, that's fine, but why hate on the character? Fusion and spectral resistance decreased. Love to see that. Crit damage is increased by 30%. Sounds good to me. Enemies take 150 more total fusion burst damage when resonators attack enemies under tune strain, tune shifting, or yada yada yada. They gain 50% spectral damage bonus. Alright, so we get 30% more crit damage, which is nice. Love to see that. I don't have Imyth, unfortunately. I don't have anybody that does tune strain or tune shifting, so this is kind of like an easy spectral team that I would like to do this with. And let's take a peek at this one. So the first one I think is always the same. 60 seconds after the battle starts, Resonator's total damage is increased by 5%. After that, the total damage is increased by 5% every 5 seconds up to 60%. Sounds good to me. Enemies have 5 stacks of all attribute resistance at the start, each stack granting 8%. Casting an echo skill allows resonators in the team to ignore 1 stack of all attribute resist. The same resonator cannot repeatedly trigger this effect with echoes of the same name. That one always throws me off, the wording of it. As long as you're using your echoes in your rotation, you should generally be fine. Resonators deal 20% more arrow damage and 30% more total echo skill damage. When resonators cast intro skill, their total damage is increased by 20%. Okay, so arrow damage, and when you cast your intro skill, total damage is increased by 20% for 20 seconds. Generally doesn't seem too bad. Nasty ass Sentry Construct again. Sick of that boss, not gonna lie. Echo skill damage, I don't have anybody that scales off of that, so that's not gonna apply to me, but more often than not, like, some of these buffs I just don't end up having at all anyways, so. And this one's exactly the same. Okay. Watching over me.
Be reduced to cinders. The fight is on! With me! Mind's eye. Into the spotlight!
Super sloppy, super slow rotation. Able to get it done just like that. Go to the next one. I'm gonna say this. I think fusion resistance and 30 extra crit damage is like really good. So even if you can't take advantage of like the 150 total fusion burst damage, that's fine. And then the Toon Strain for spectral damage bonus, like, yeah, it makes it easier. I think this is,
Another day,
for someone like me who's been playing
heroic
since
me.
damn near day one, my teams are generally just strong, and I have a basic understanding of their rotation. So if I were to give you advice, anybody watching this, just try and understand your team's rotation. I'm quick swapping with the fusion team, but you can even do like a simple ABC rotation. As long as you understand it and you're maximizing the damage that your characters are doing, or that your characters can be doing, you should be in a good spot.
It's more
Who's the caged bird now?
with me. To victory. With me. Into the spotlight.
Celebrate.
Mine eye. What now? Oh, bring it on. Lean on. Still high and ready.
Together we hold. Beckon the divine flame.
And as you can see, I'm like not getting a lot of crits with a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. That's not good at all.
Together we hold. My blade yearn. Be reduced to cinders.
Okay. Did this way too early.
Together we hold. Who's the caged bird now?
Again, just the sloppiest of fucking rotations you've ever seen in your life. But I think my general thoughts on the first half of the tower, since I've been able to beat it, this is all the way back in like maybe in like the end of 1.4 going into 2.0. Struggling to beat the towers and eventually getting teams that are good enough to beat it. The first two towers are still on that same scaling. Now I could be wrong, I could be fucking crazy, but I generally think you can beat the first two floors of the hazard tower if you're scaling to 1.4 2.0 scaling. And now this may be a hot take, but this is how I feel generally. Sorry. As you can see, I'm still using Chisha in my Mono Fusion team. Like, I don't have Brand, I don't have Mornier. I have Encore, but she's not leveled, so I'm still using Chisha, and she's still getting the job done, and she still does a great amount of damage. Like, all the characters on this Mono Fusion team, if I had anybody that buffed anybody else, like if I had Mornier on her set, if I had Brant on his set, or anything to give my characters a damage buff, outside of their outros buffing just one other character, this team would be doing a lot more damage. But as you can see, everybody's doing damn near around 1.5 million. Lupa's doing around 1.3, Chun-Li's doing around 1.5, Chish is doing around 1.5, and this is, I said million? Whoa, 150,000. And this is with the decrease by 10%. And just to show you guys that like their builds aren't terrible. They're missing that general buffer. So once I get Brant, or if I get Mournier, whatever the case may be, like this team will be a lot better. So Lupa, 2200 attack, 75 crit, 284 crit damage, right? Chun-Li, 2400 attack, 76 damage, 77 crit rate, 272 crit damage, right? And both of these are on fusion damage, so she just naturally has 2400 attack.
Plan with convention.
And then Chun-Li, Chisha is the worst one built, but like 65 crit rate, 282 crit damage, rocking static miss. This team's gonna be fine to do this. I think also I can probably do this with the Augusta team as well, and that's just because Augusta, you know, is insanely broken. Do I think I could do this with the Zani team? Maybe. They don't really get a lot of buffs besides the general damage buff that any team gets and the 20% intro buff. So we might be able to get it done. Am I willing to try? Sure. We'll get it done here first, and then we'll use the Zani team all the way through. Okay, and again, this is what I was talking about with this latter half. I don't know quick swap with my cart team. I just know ABC. So once I learn quick swap with cart, challenges like this will be a lot easier, but until then,
Wind rises. Wind howls. Unfettered by bounds. Will face just watching. The pitch is lowered. Listen, the trio of destiny. Crumble. Such is darkness. Oceans. Bow before. Time, rise and crash. My blade. Purge all evil. Wind calls. Waves follow. Good. Waves rise. Judgment strikes. The wicked will face just watching. Ta-da! A grand overture. Let the show begin. Perish. Heavens descend. Repent, for silence beckons. Sounding the death knell. Windstorm. Sweep all away. Wind calls. Waves follow. Tempest of cycles. Wind howls. Unfettered by bounds. The wicked will face just watching. The pitch is lowered. Listen, the trio.
maybe I can get 2 rotations off.
Collect. Such is darkness. True form revealed at last. Time, rise and crash. Finality. Furious tides split the heavens. Presenting a poem of finale. Crumble.
Such is their destiny. Oceans.
Bow before me. Sounding the death knell.
Okay, that one was tough. Doing that with Zani's team is going to be damn near impossible. Because you got the flying motherfucker. But again, it's just the basic ABC.
Waves rise. Judgment strikes. The wicked will face just watching. Ta-da! A grand overture. Now presenting a poem of finale. Perish. If it's
Oh, I'm getting hit right there. Super bad.
true form, revealed at last. Windstorm. Sweep all the way. With calm, waves follow. He howls, unfettered by bounds. The wicked will face judgment for watching.
Oh,
Let the show begin. Come on.
Such is their destiny.
Strike.
Repent. For silence with the chaos.
Sounding the death knell. Is imminent. My blade. Purged all evil. With calm, waves follow. Tempest flattens. That's mine. And the tempest. The wicked will be just watching. The trio of destiny. Crumble.
I'm thinking this is the end state matrix one where I can get hit. I can get hit.
Windstorm. Sweep all the way.
Nice rotation in my last.
Waves rise. Judgment strikes. The wicked will face judgment watching. Representing a poem of finale.
I don't know if this is enough damage. Nice. Okay, simple enough.
Glory demands more.
Do I think the tower will be hard if you don't have, like, if you're... So here's the thing about towers, right? And I'll say that while I'm playing this other stuff. Here is the thing about towers, especially the tower of adversity, right? My general thoughts on the tower is if you want to clear endgame, you need to have a team for every attribute in the game. You need a mono, you need a if you're not S6ing a character, anything like that, to where like 10% spectral resistance, 10% habit resistance, so on and so forth, where that shit doesn't matter because your character's S6 and they're already doing a buckload fuck ton of damage, right? If you are S0, you need characters of every attribute at your disposal. Characters of every attribute, and they need to be leveled and geared, okay? That's low-key where I struggle at on my account. If you take a look at my account, the only Glacial characters that I have, right, because I don't have Zeza, so my Carlotta is not fucking insane, and I have fuck-ass Ling Yang, who does no damage regardless. So it's like, I've got Carlotta with Tao Chi, and I've got Ling Yang with Ling Yang. But there aren't any Glacial units in the game, right? So when Hayuki comes out, I generally want her. I would love to have her on my account. And if I was strictly playing this game just so I can clear endgame, that would be my next pull. She would be my next pull, because out of all the elements, I think Glacial, single target damage wise, Glacial may be my highest in the game. But when it comes to TOA, especially the later TOA, Whimpering Waves, so on and so forth, and you want like a Glacial character or something like that, I'm pretty fucking lacking. But nonetheless, one character of the element that can carry in that element is good enough. So for Electro, I have Sheng Liao, I have Augusta. For Arrow, I have Carlotta. For Spectro, I have Zani and Phoebe. For Fusion, I have Chun-Li and whoever, right? Right now it's Chun-Li, Lupa, Chisha, but later down the line, it could be Chun-Li, Lupa, Brant, it could be Chun-Li, Chisha, Brant, so on and so forth, right? I have options there. For Havoc, I have Camellia. Classic Camellia. Am I missing one? Arrow, Spectro, Fusion. Arrow, Spectro, Fusion, Electro, Havoc. I think that's it, right? Glacial. Yeah. I have a team of an element for each element. So whenever the tower comes around and things like Glacial gets buffed, I have somebody like a Carlotta that can handle that. Whenever Whimpering Waves comes around and all the characters have like electro damage resistance, so my Sheng Liao team isn't as great, my Augusta team isn't as great, I still have teams that can clear that. I still have my Arrow team, I still have my Spectral team, I still have my Fusion team, so on and so forth. So when it comes to the tower, especially the early stages of the tower, didn't mean to start this. Especially the early stages of this tower, try and have multiple characters of different attributes. And that would be my biggest advice. And that's the most expensive advice that I can give you, because it's going to cost your time to get Astrites, your time to farm for pulls, so on and so forth. It's also, you know, maybe you're a spender, maybe it's going to cost your wallet, right? My next bit of advice is get a character that you like, practice them, learn them, get good with that character. That way, in instances like I'll show later on in this video, hopefully, when you get challenges like this and you don't have the 20% total arrow damage buff, and you're not getting the echo skill damage, maybe you are just good enough, or maybe you're competent enough with your team in which you can clear this. Still, this may not be a good fit for Zani, but maybe I can try and clear this with my Augusta team, my Augusta Uno team. Maybe I can try and clear this with my Mono Fusion team. Maybe, I generally don't think they can do it, but maybe I can try and clear this with my Sheng Liao team, right? And the more you practice, the better you get at the game, and the better you get at this, the more you understand, right? The more you understand mechanics in the game, and quick swapping, and maybe quick swapping is not your thing, maybe you don't want to do quick swapping, but we're kind of getting into the point of the game, the end game stuff, where it's like, we're generally not going to cater towards your wants. If you want to be good, if you want to clear the end game, you're gonna have to learn the tech, right? If you're okay not learning the tech, then be okay not getting all the Astrites. And I hate to be that type of guy because I genuinely want I want all of you to get all the Astrites, as many Astrites as possible, so you can clear end game and you can pull for as many characters as you want and you can get the most out of your Wuthering Waves experience. But it's getting to a point now, especially with the plethora of end games that we have. We have Tower, we have Whimpering Waste, and now we have the end state Matrix. Not everything can be as simple as it used to be. I think we had it easy. All things considered, I genuinely do think we had it easy, guys. Now it's getting to that point where it's no longer easy anymore. We gotta put in some effort. We gotta put in some time in the lab a little bit. So, rant over. Time to blaze through. Or, I guess with the way I'll edit it, time to show you guys me trying this with other teams.
With time.
I don't have all day. All yours.
Don't stand in my way. Don't stand in my way.
Now I have a
Vow from the soul. In war with time. Shut. Answer me.
no
I call upon the sentinel.
I can stand a minute. Knock some heads around. Come on, man. Reduce to dust.
Don't stand in my way.
What a waste.
Or down. Astral modulation. Loading.
Shut.
Crystals, give me strength.
All of you at once. I don't do overtime.
Don't come in my way.
That's a wrap.
Oath from the heart. Diminish. In war with time.
No problem.
Together we stand.
I don't have all day. All yours. What a waste.
Or down. I am ground in you. Answer me. Mover, be my salvation.
I can spend a minute. Knock some heads around.
And generally, Genuinely. Genuinely, this shit is not even that impressive. You have people who are doing the tower. I'm clearing the tower with like 10 seconds to spare. I've always cleared the tower with like 10 seconds to spare, like regardless of whatever I'm doing. I've always cleared the tower like 10 seconds to spare. I'm barely getting by, right? There are people who are getting 10k in end state. There are people who are getting 16k in end state, 17k in end state, who are clearing this even if it wasn't with 150 seconds left. If it was 180 seconds left, if it was 210 seconds left, they're still clearing this. So my advice to you guys, as someone who doesn't have any 3.0 characters, as someone who only spends money on this game to get drip, okay, I've never spent money to get a character. I've only spent money to get drip. Invest in the characters that you like. Yes, you know what, if I can clear it with this team, you can clear it with any team. If I can clear it with this team, you can clear it with any team. Okay. Very, 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 very ambitious with that one, especially because the motherfucker's always flying, and I really only have 2 people who can hit them, and it's short keep on a specific move. And anyways, if I really wanted to, I probably could sit here and learn rotation. I really should sit here and learn rotation for Sheng Liao and Yen Lin, because I've had that team for the longest, but that's besides the point. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it has inspired you. If you feel like you're falling behind, you're not the only one. I feel like I've fallen behind. If you feel like, you know, you need to pull characters to catch up, no, you do not. Just be smart about your echoes. Be smart about what you do with your characters, and you'll be able to clear TOA. You'll be able to clear Whimpering Waste. You'll be able to clear End State Matrix. You know what? Yeah, you'll be able to clear End State. You can try to clear End State Matrix. Alright, with that being said, bro, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.